Hi there and welcome back to Ghosties. My name is Melanie and here we serve looks, legends, and lore. Ta-da! I didn't forget this time. If you like makeup and if you like hearing ghost stories / history, then this is a perfect place for you because I post videos almost every Friday. Sorry for not posting again last week. I've been a little weird. I think I'm sick, but I don't know. I've been a little weird. And forget the fact that I look like I'm balding. That we're just gonna ignore because I woke up like this. I don't know what's going on. My face is breaking out this morning. I don't like it. I have too much hair. Don't know if you could see this, but she's long. My roots look crazy. I'm trying to hold off till I have to go on vacation so it looks nice while I'm on vacation. Ignore the crazy that's going on here. We're just going along with the flow. If you like this channel, make sure you leave a subscribe and you like, and yeah, let's jump right into it today. I've come to the conclusion that all ghost stories are going to have some type of history in it, so enjoy the history because we're getting a lesson today. Sorry. Legends can come from the most unexpected places. In the quiet colonial town of Bucksport, Maine, which back then wasn't even called Bucksport, Maine, a chilling mystery comes about. One surrounded in folklore, tragedy, and haunts the town to this very day. But what does it mean to be cursed by a witch? And sorry, I know we talked about witches last time, but they just follow me everywhere. A man by the name of Jonathan Buck lived in Bucksport, Maine, hence the name. It's said he'd been cursed by a witch, and after his passing, an image plagues his monument to this very day, even after multiple people have tried and failed to remove. But ask yourself this: what came first? The image appearing on his monument, or the supposed curse that was put on him? Skeptics and historians alike have debated this question over the years. Today, we'll find out more about Jonathan, as well as where this witch's curse may have come from, and the strange marking that show up on his grave to this very day. Or if this legend came about after the image had already been noticed on his tombstone. This is the story of Colonel Jonathan Buck. Eyeshadow primer on. Yay! To understand what these rumors entail, we have to start at the beginning of Jonathan's story and see what his life be about. What happened that made these rumors become such a popular thing in and around Maine. And not even just in and around Maine, because it was pretty widespread through New England, it seems. But remember, these are the colonial days. What else did they have to do besides tell each other ghost stories? Would you believe it if I told you it's 10 a.m.? You'd say, girl, what are you talking about? You should probably still be in bed because you're stupid. And yes, I know. I also feel like I'm dying today. Happy? For you, it's Friday. For me, it's Sunday. Happy Friday. I have some ideas about what I want to do today, but I don't know how to execute them. So we're going to see how this turns out. Also, it was my birthday last week. I made this painting over here. Do you dig? Let me know. I think it looks pretty sick. Pretty cool. It came out pretty good. On February the 20th, 1719, Jonathan Buck is born in Woburn, Massachusetts. Woodburn. He's born in Massachusetts. Let's get into this eyeshadow too I'm still not great at the whole and if you don't, then you should subscribe because you will know. I have an idea. It's BH Cosmetics. I'll link it below. I'm going in to do a gray color. You'll see if it comes out the right way. We're just hoping for the best right now. This hair is going to be in my way the whole entire time. What are you gonna do about it? So I'm going in with this color first. Gray. While he was born in Woburn, Massachusetts, he spent his early childhood out in Haverhill. Do we enjoy that? No? Okay. Around the age of 23, on October 19th, 1742, he gets married to a woman named Lydia Morse. Together, the couple conceives 9 children. Holy crap, that's a lot of kids. I have 1, and he's not even an actual child, and that's enough for me. But they conceive 9. However, only 6 end up surviving into adulthood. That's crazy. 6 is still a lot of children. Why so many? It might be because the passing rate back then was insane, because modern medicine, they didn't have it, if you were wondering. This eyeshadow is crazy opaque, and I hope that what I want to do is gonna work with this because I'm getting worried it might be a little too dark. Let's just trust the process, hope for the best. I'm sorry. That's gray though. By 1759, Buck has become pretty irritated with the local politics in and around Haverhill, and he strived to get away from all the chaos. Black, by the way. What he truly dreamed of doing was to set up a mill and a shipyard. However, his request to do so in Haverhill was denied. This made him basically pull the trigger and move his family out of Massachusetts. Kind of. It's a little complicated. We'll get into it. But this made him much more frustrated and fed up. So yeah, he wanted to leave. He was done here. He wanted to find a new place where he can accomplish his goals. Good for him. He wanted to be gone out of Haverhill and just follow his dreams. And he was gonna do it. This looks crazy, bro. It'll look better when we blend it. But okay. This is also a really short story, by the way. So I'm also trying to like get some of this done while I'm not talking, because this one's a quickie today. Next week's will be much longer because I already have typed up my document and I was like, OMG, why is this like 8 pages long? So it'll be made up for. I'm hoping I feel better when I do that video. I don't know what's going on. Last night I went out with my brother because he's a Pokemon card addict, BTW, and we walked around a couple stores. After like the second store, he had to go back to one of the ones we had just left, and I got such a bad migraine in the car I couldn't even think straight, and it was really like messing me up. Going back in with this gray, by the way. I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but like I have no voice. I don't know what's going on. I always get worried about how my makeup looks before the end. I just need to trust myself more. Blend, 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 blend. That's not bad. You know what? I've done worse. We're gonna take it. In July of 1762, Jonathan takes to the water and he sails the Penobscot River. If I'm not saying that right, you should see the spelling. It's crazy. Basically to check out some plantations and pick a place to relocate his family. The following year, he makes a second trip to do just another quick survey of these plantations. He needs to find the best home. Then by 1764, he began the first settlement construction on what was known as Plantation Number 1. And this plantation would be found in present-day Bucksport, Maine, just south of Bangor, Maine. However, like I was saying before, this wasn't Maine yet. It wasn't a state. Hold the phone. I know this looks crazy, but like, trust me, okay? Can we just trust me? I'm gonna try to do something a little bit different. I don't know if it's gonna work, but oh, okay, well, I don't know how I feel about all that being over there. Chill, okay? Let's just chill. Oh my god. Listen, the last video I thought my makeup was gonna come out absolutely ridiculous awful, and it didn't. So that looks a little wild, but like, whatever, okay? Now comes the fun part. We're gonna go in with Tangy Tangerine. I think I used this in my first video. We're gonna do this red color, link in the description. We might look crazy doing this. So yeah, at this time, Maine was still part of Massachusetts. So he wasn't really getting out of Massachusetts. Like I said, he was just getting farther away from the place he was denied his shipyard and his mill. He didn't want to be there. But he was quickly welcomed into this community of people since there were already people there. And things were going very well for Jonathan until the beginning of the Revolutionary War. Obviously, that puts a damper on things. This might not work. I don't know what I'm doing. Just wanted to try something new. Does this look crazy? If it does, I'm sorry. We're trying something new. It looks crazy to me, especially when I look in my camera. I was trying to match the pajama pants that I'm going to literally wear all day, even though I have plans. Yes, I'm wearing my pajama pants out. They're, you see, we match. That's if this comes out okay. It looks wild. And then I'm gonna drag this over the crease a little bit extra to give it some like depth. You know what I'm saying? Should I just line my whole crease with this? Honestly, maybe. Well, I did it, so I didn't wait for advice. I just did it. Whatever. I just want to darken up this red a little bit. Bro, what is going on? Why did I wake up and think that this was a good idea? I said, no, I'm gonna do the inner corner red. What the fuck? I don't know who told me this was a good idea. Dude, why are my eyes two different shapes? Anybody else have that problem? Or is it just me? Am I just the problem? Sorry, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program in just a moment. I can still turn this into a banger. I hope. We're gonna go in with a red glitter. So as I said, Maine, not yet a state. When the Revolutionary War started, there was little assistance from the Revolutionary Army. That meant the coastal towns are being bombarded by British fleets, so the British Navy. The British forces end up building Fort George in what is known now as Castine in 1779. I kind of wanted this to be a little bit more subtle than what it's looking like, but I have faith. I have faith that we can do something great. That's all we can ask for right now. It's glittery, we're good. I will just, like, make the black darker. Hello? Now I'm gonna take black underneath this area. We're gonna go with this, and we're gonna chill, and hopefully the eyeliner will save the day. So, with Fort George being built, this ends up cutting off the river's trade, and the British have complete control of the bay. This ends up making life much, much harder for the people who live in these coastal towns. Eyeliner. I'm not hating on e.l.f. I just prefer my L'Oreal one, but I feel like for what's going on here, I'm gonna need a thick eyeliner, and I'm going to pray that this just works with me today, because for some reason it likes to just rub off my makeup and not show up. So we're gonna try Intense Ink Eyeliner e.l.f. and we're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna pray and sit here and please just work with me, please. When Buck was 60 in July of 1779, he joined to go on a dangerous voyage to Fort George, where he and others laid siege. This isn't gonna work, is it? Ignore the way I'm putting my eyeliner on today. I usually don't like to pull my eyeball. See, like, it doesn't work. I just bought this. Now it's on the ground. I'm just gonna line it with this. It's Kat Von D. It's very old. She's been living with me for a long time. I'm just going to try to outline it, and then we'll fill it in. I'm also gonna do intense eyeliner, I think. So how I do it is like this. So I try to look forward at myself in the mirror, and where blue part of my eye ends, I make a line right here. Cool. I'm just gonna do it on this side. Oh, you're actually getting a tutorial. That's crazy. And I try to go up a little bit over my crease line. Now this one doesn't work. Bro, what the hell is going on? Let's try this one more time. Why doesn't it work when... Whatever. So I'm gonna drag this out. I absolutely hate it. So I'm going in with my favorite, my L'Oreal Super Slim 24-hour eyeliner in Super Slim black, okay? Because even though she's nearly gone, she still works like a champ. Do better, other eyeliners, because this one's beating you out by a long shot. And then what I'm gonna do is that. Now I went over the line I already made to do that. So I might look crazy right now. Trust me. I'm gonna try to do it and fill in with this one. Okay. We're gonna blend out a little bit. So you know what? I've done worse. If this is what we're working with, I will take this. Wow, that's actually not too bad. So he joins this voyage. It's definitely a dangerous one because the Royal Fleet was quite powerful, and the Patriots end up being defeated in this specific mission. And as he left his plantation deserted, the British take full advantage of this. They sent a 16-gun Royal Navy troop known as the HMS Nautilus, and they burned this whole plantation to the ground. There is nothing left. Depressing. Dude, why is my eye so watery? Oh, now we work. Okay. And now we don't. What? This one's a bit longer, and yeah, there we go. See, because I'm a perfectionist, I need everything to be perfect. Here's my issue though. This like little design right there looks good on this side. Don't expect it to look good on this side. It won't. Hold the phone. Okay. I've never used this one before. Like this eyeliner. Oh, wow. Sorry for my absolute silence. And let me just say that this is like a cheap TJ Maxx find. I kind of love it. What is this? 24-hour liquid eyeliner. It comes with like 2 different tops. So I'm using the thick marker one right now. But that little one might have been nice to do the details with. It's okay. You live and you learn. And this is actually really sick. Like, I really like this, and I didn't think I would. Because the material on this is a little bit tough. It might be not great for sensitive skin. Oh my god. Did I find a new eyeliner I actually enjoy? I really like this. Not necessarily what's going on my face, but the way the eyeliner came out is really, really good. Sorry, I'm ADHD today. We are gonna use black and we're gonna blend a little bit. I'm still like leaking out of this eye. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Not bad, not bad. Blend, blend. This is what I would say is our finished eyeshadow. Is it a little insane? Yes. This is why I have no black eyeshadow, by the way. Like, it goes so fast because I constantly use it for everything. Like, we're gonna use it again for my eyebrows when I do them. That's just the way I am. I'm gonna line them all the way. Usually I like to leave some space, but I'm just gonna do the whole thing. Told you to trust me. You might still not. That's fine. Let's get back to the story. With no home left and severely suffering from gout, Buck decides to take his wife and his severely ill daughter somewhere else. Somewhere that's maybe safer for them. The same old Maybelline Curl Bounce Colossal Mascara. Another fave of mine. One report says that he went to Brewster, Mass. Another says that he ends up returning to Haverhill to stay with one of his sons who still lived in the area. Regardless of where they went to find safety, they walked the whole 200 miles to get there. That is a lot, especially with an ill daughter and Buck himself suffering from gout. That's a crazy long walk. Would you catch me doing that? No. Your girl walks like 5 minutes on a treadmill at the gym and I'm huffing and puffing. I'm getting better. Not 200 miles better. Thank God for cars, am I right? I'm like not funny today. I feel as though because this is so intense, I need to do my big eyelashes. Eyelash time. We know how that goes. I think I was using them for the wrong occasions the last couple times. I need like big makeup for these because they're so intense. So 5 years later, the family finally returns to the plantation to rebuild the life they had started there. They all probably missed it. They return to the not yet known Bucksport, Maine. It will be that eventually. It's not yet, but they return to plantation number 1. And upon returning, the plantation changes names. And after the wars ended, it is known as Buckstown Plantation, as Buck and his sons were seen as a sort of figurehead, and they were honoring a founder of the town. As Buck's health itself began failing in 1792, it was renamed again as Buckstown for Colonel Jonathan. I'm assuming the whole town, not just the plantation, but the town itself was renamed. Good for John. He did help during the Revolutionary War, and his efforts were noted. Well, that's one on, and honestly, not too bad. Ignore this like little line of nothing because my eyes just can't stop watering. I just want to cry, I guess, which is fine. I just didn't think today would be the day that I want to be crying. On March 18th, 1795, around 4:30 in the afternoon, Colonel Jonathan Buck passes away. R.I.P. John. He is remembered as a town founder, a war hero, and a great businessman, amongst other things. He is laid to rest in the Buck Family Cemetery, which is now located on Route 1 between a grocery store and I think an auto parts dealership, something like that. At the time, he was given a very simple gravestone so that his relatives could go and visit him. There's a really long eyelash here on here. You can't see it. Snip, bye. Shaky shake. In 1817, Buckstown was finally, for the last time, renamed to Bucksport, Maine. And this was mostly to honor the colonel, but also Bucksport because it became a very popular shipping town during that time. So, Bucksport, you get it? Bucksport. Time to glue this on. Get all this hair out of the way. They look fine. We're just gonna go with it. Dry, baby. Dry. Maybe it'll dry my freaking watering eye too. Because why is it watering? For what? For what reason? I'm not crying. I'm not sad. I'm fine. Physically. Mentally, maybe not. But physically, I'm great. I have fried cauliflower in the fridge, by the way, that I'm so excited to eat after this. Actually, I have to take a drive first and do my errand. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna eat all that fried cauliflower. I love it. And I'm gonna watch Sidemen. Because if you don't watch the Sidemen, what are you doing? Not sponsored. But also, like, what are you doing? Wow, honestly, you know what? I've done worse. It's a little different. It's a little crazy. It's not too bad. I kind of like it. I wanted to try something new, something different that I haven't done before. And this is definitely new and different. I hope you like, because I like. The reason I don't do my lower lashes when I do the top, I don't do them at the same time, is because whenever I used to do them and already have put mascara on the lower ones, they would get stuck in my eyelashes, and I didn't like that. So I started leaving them alone until after I put my eyelashes on and then doing them, which is a little bit more difficult because my lashes are huge. What I do want to do though, I might mess it all up. It's like not sticking. What? They're not great. I don't usually do this. Remember I said we're trying new things. So here we are. Here we are trying new things. It's not bad. It's fine. They're not perfect, but we're gonna deal with it and continue on our way. I can't fix it. I hope I didn't just ruin it. I like that I got everything out that I needed except for my eyebrow stuff. Y'all know how I feel about my eyebrows. I ended up fixing the shape and they're looking a little bit better, but they're not perfect. But they're better than they were before, if you couldn't tell. If you didn't tell, I'd like, thanks a lot. We don't hate them. We don't like them, but we don't hate them. Fit Me foundation, 115 Ivory, if you didn't already know, because I use the same stuff all the time. Duh. Come on now. Bro, where did all these like little blemishes come from? In August of 1852, Buck's distant grandchildren make a decision. They came to the conclusion that Jonathan deserved something more than just a measly gravestone. He deserved more than that. And yeah, I mean, he's the founder of this town. He's a big dude. He's important. He's a war hero. He deserves something more than a simple old gravestone. Whatever they say. They're his relatives. They can do what they wish. And also, yeah, he was pretty important in the town. Is that a fuzz? Or was that literally can't handle the flies? I think I said it in the last video. There's always one that gets stuck in here. I don't know where they come from. I live in New England. It's freezing right now. How do these little demon spawns survive? I got foundation right up my nose. Eye blemishes. Bye. See you later. I don't know what color lipstick I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, no measly gravestone for Jonathan. They end up buying a 15-foot monument and placed at his gravesite to pay tribute to him. As, like I said, a town founder, a war hero, amongst other things. And now you'd think this is where the story ends. He's gone. A monument was made and placed at his gravesite. The story's done, right? Wrong. You wrong. It's not over. How crazy is that? The gray makes it look like my eye bags are there still. I've been making TikTok get ready with me's. They've been more simple, like makeup, because how am I gonna fit this into a TikTok? If you want the intense things, come here to my YouTube and you can see how we get to this. Not that it's perfect, but a tutorial. Not that anybody's been complaining, but I just think this is probably the easiest way to do it. What the hell? I didn't put concealer on my nose yet. We will after we contour. This palette deserves a monument as well. I told you I'm not gonna stop using it. Bring it back. I know it's like a drugstore makeup thing, but like, I don't care. It works really well for me. I enjoy it. Bring it back. We're gonna do the tan sculpt one, I think. Sunday, July 17th, 1898. The Philadelphia Inquirer, which remember, this is Massachusetts-ish, well, Maine, but Massachusetts this is happening in. This is the Philadelphia Inquirer, so Pennsylvania. They publish a piece regarding a rumor that was circulating the area. The Haverhill Gazette ends up following their lead, which is a little bit closer to home because we know that Jonathan Buck grew up in Haverhill. But they follow the Inquirer's lead several months later, as the story was about someone who lived in the area. Wonder who it could be about. These articles end up making people believe that this tale is true and legend would hold firm for generations. Sorry, my forehead looks huge because my hair is half up, half down, so I need to make it not look so big. Like, look at that. You could watch a movie on this. You could. Don't like that I said that, but the way I do my nose is I literally just put contour on the whole thing because that's what works best for me. You don't have to do it. Story that was being published in these news articles goes as followed. As his monument begins to age and weather with time, a strange stain begins to appear on the granite that somewhat looked like the lower portion of a leg, which included the foot. That's a little weird. And even attempts of removal would not keep the stain gone for long. It would keep coming back. Sorry for the awkward silence. Okay, well, I've definitely done my nose better. Not today. Not today. Brows. We're doing brows. I always start with the Benefit Clear 24-hour setter to keep them in check, because usually they kind of just do their own thing. Rhaegar. Oh, you're so cute. So what exactly was this stain on his monument that wouldn't go away? And why would the lower half of a leg show up there? Was it a witch's curse? And was there even a witch at all? And keep in mind, we use the term witch very lightly. Obviously, if you watched last week's video, if not, it's up here. So we use that term very, very lightly. But was there even a witch? We're about to find out. Guess what I'm using for my eyebrows? Black. Now, there are various tales to this ghost story and behind the staining on this colonel's grave, but most seem to begin with the same series of events. They start with the fact that John Buck is a Puritan. We know a thing about Puritan. John Buck is a Puritan, which means he despises anyone who falls out of the boundaries of normal, or at least what they deemed as normal. So that meant he didn't like anybody who was accused of witchcraft. Most people felt the same around this time. We know that from the Salem witch trials, or, you know, just the witch trials in general that very much so went around the world. I would say New England, but they were everywhere. I'm getting overstimulated. I'm trying not to, but I'm getting very overstimulated. I feel like I can't tell if they're even until I fill them all in. This one always is too thick. This one's always too short. What's happening? What is going on? I have come to the conclusion that my eyebrows, they suck and I don't like them, and I'm gonna shave them all off. When I was in high school, my eyebrows started like here for some reason because I kept shaving them back and like trying to make them look normal, which they definitely did not, because they started way back on my eyebrow. Yeah, they'd start in the weirdest place. And then after high school, I decided I didn't like the way the ends look, so I shaved the ends off from like here over so I could draw them in myself. So it was just like that. Both were dumb ideas for me personally, because now they're like really, really messed up. Does that look okay? Don't tell me the truth, because I know it doesn't. We're going with that. It makes me angry, but we're going with it. Like, Mel, stop. I have to tell myself, hey, let's just chill. As we talked about in the last video, paranoia and fear very much ruled over the new colonies, and witch panic was running rampant. So it's said that when a woman from his town in Maine, I'm assuming, was accused of witchcraft, Jonathan Buck sentenced her to death, since he was justice of the peace. But following this sentencing, if it even happened, is where accounts begin to vary on what actually happened. And we'll get into that. Partay! Goddamn. One story claims that as this woman ascended the gallows upon her hanging, because they hung witches back in those days, she raised her hand to the sky and said, and I quote, "Jonathan Buck, listen to these words, the last my tongue will utter. It is the spirit of the only true and living God which bids me speak them to you. You will soon die. Over your grave they will erect a stone, that all may know where your bones are crumbling into dust. But listen, upon that stone the imprint of my feet will appear, and for all time, long after you and your accursed race have perished from the earth, will the people from far and wide know that you murdered a woman. Remember well, Jonathan Buck. Remember well." Pretty straightforward, if I might say so myself. A curse, for sure. If this even happened. Keep in mind, this is all grain of salt. But if this happened, was she a witch? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I feel like I don't have enough blush on my face. I just keep going to town on it. Another account states that the woman in question was burnt at the stake instead of being hung. Yikes. That when her body went up in flames, her legs fell out of the pyre and landed at Jonathan's feet. I'd be running for the hills. We're gonna do a different highlighter today. That's crazy. But I used this the other day and it's actually really nice and I really liked it. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag, but we're gonna try it out. See if it goes nice with this one. One account says that the witch vowed to dance upon Jonathan's grave when he himself passed away, that she would even turn his bones to dust, and there would be nothing left for anyone to remember Jonathan by. That's nice. The things they were doing to witches back then, I cannot blame these women for threatening them. Makes sense to me. The last tale is definitely the most controversial. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll talk about it anyways. This tale states that the colonel had an illegitimate son with this woman accused of witchcraft. Jonathan condemns her and he burns her to death as she is pregnant with another one of his illegitimate children, tying her to the door frame of her house and setting her ablaze. However, Buck is then crippled by his own illegitimate child, the son, after the boy echoes the curse and hits Jonathan with the burning woman's leg. Burning woman, his mother, after he yanked it off her body, or after it had rolled out of the fire. Either way, it's gruesome, a little far-fetched, if you agree, because I don't know about that, but that's what one of the stories says. While this is rather an interesting tale, the ending definitely seems more fictional. The whole thing sounds a little fictional, but the way this particular story ends is a little, like I said, far-fetched. One ending saying that Jonathan awakens after death to confess his crimes of adultery and killing the woman who was not actually a witch. And once he confesses, he can finally rest in peace. Another saying, the boy took off into the forest with his mother's leg and was never seen or heard from again. Remember when I said it was far-fetched? Yeah. Obviously, this is an interesting story. We can surely say the ending is fictional, unless the boy did run off into the forest with a severed leg. To each their own, but like, what? That's a bit weird to me. Kat Von D, liquid lipstick. I'm pretty sure this is still available. If not, sue me. Actually, don't. Lolita. However, Jonathan Buck's distant relatives were very upset by this story in particular, and the slander in general his name was receiving. They were threatening to sue the people who were bringing attention to this rumor, which I can't blame them for. It's very, I guess, insensitive, because he is a war hero and a town founder, which we know in history doesn't make them good people, but we don't even know if this was true. I can't blame them for being a little upset about hearing these things. And also, there is no historical evidence to back any of this up. We all know, especially if you watched last week's video or you know a thing or two about the Salem witch trials. The trials in and around Massachusetts took place before John Buck was even born, and the ones in Connecticut happening much, much earlier than that. As well as the fact that there is no reported executions for witchcraft in Maine at all, even though at the time it wasn't a state. Let me, yeah. I hate my lips. I hate the shape of them. So no. Oh no. Dude, what in the hell? Do the same thing twice. Does that look cute? Cute. What if I put like, there she is. Wet n Wild, just lip gloss, clear lip gloss. Just want to make it look a little glossy. Wow. See, I told you to trust me. Did I trust me? Not necessarily. She's bad. She came out really cute. And I like this, like, the way my lips look. Do you love it? I hope so. All right, let's finish this story up, because I have things I gotta do today. And I'm gonna look hot doing them. Damn. Enjoy, because, wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm baffled. On top of everything, the no historical evidence and no documented witches being executed in all of Maine, even though it was partially Massachusetts still at the time, but like, you know what I mean? On top of all that, Colonel Jonathan Buck was the Justice of Peace, which didn't give him the say-so to sentence anyone to death. And if all that's not enough for you, you know, to make you feel like, okay, he's not a bad guy, there are even handwritten letters he had wrote to his wife promising his eternal love, which is so sweet. Hopeless romantic here if you forgot. That's so cute. And these writings can even be found in the Bucksport Library to this very day. Therefore, none of these stories can be proved as truthful. So, if this is all just another legend, then why does the image of a foot and, well, lower leg keep appearing on Jonathan Buck's monument after all these centuries? Well, we might have some answers to that. Sorry, my lipstick looks so good. We don't have answers to that, because usually I look crazy, but I look really cute today. So experts have found that the outline of the leg is actually due to a natural flaw in the granite itself. that it most likely could be a vein of iron that darkens upon interaction with oxygen, thus resembling a leg-like shape. But even with these opinions, the tale still holds, which is very much likely due to the fact that people want to fill in the details and have a reasoning behind what makes this supposed leg appear on the monument, while there might be no reason besides a natural defect in the stone, which makes a lot of sense, because if you go to a cemetery, most of them have defects in the stones themselves. Also, like I was saying at the beginning when I said which comes first, the curse or the stories behind the image, there is no documented evidence of any witch trial or sentencing before the image appears on his stone, showing that this is most likely fabrication, that this story came after the image. Which, to dumb it down because it made me a little confused, there was no curse, that people made the curse up after noticing this leg on his monument. It came after the fact. So, grain of salt, that the story is only that. A story. If there was witchcraft being noted and a trial following and then a hanging, there would be documentation backing these stories up, and it would have been known about, as was the Salem witch trials, even the witch trials in Connecticut. But these sentiments weren't spoken of until after Jonathan's passing and the stone being erected in his place as to honor him. This happened years and years after the fact. Since these rumors began to become some people's reality and it was seen as a real story, a sign was erected next to his monument that tells the tales and tries to clear Jonathan Buck's name. However, without these stories, would he really be such a well-known man? Or would he simply be another soldier, another founder of a town? Who knows what would have come from it? But we can say that this story is most likely only a legend. Very fascinating, but just another tall tale. What do you think came first? The story of the witch's curse, or the marking on his gravestone that shows the likeness of a lower portion of someone's leg and foot? Definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys, I can't believe we got through this today. I was really out of it when we started, and I'm sorry if I'm a little lagged out and behind. I definitely tried my best. Because that's what we do here, we try our best, and that's enough for everyone. We all know this, so I tried my best, and I won't say that it was perfect, but yeah, I want to know what you guys think, because here's my thoughts, okay? If the story's true, if he did sentence a woman to death, and she cursed him, why is there no evidence backing it up? I definitely don't believe the whole illegitimate child situation with his son pulling his mother's leg off and maybe running into the woods. Obviously, Jonathan himself didn't wake up from his grave and confess to this. That's fabrication. That's, unless that's a thing. I don't think it is, but it's fabrication. I don't know. That one's definitely grain of salt. Not even it. That's not true. But I feel like if he did sentence someone to die, it would be more known about. Maybe not. It's just weird to me. It's weird. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. And if you want to share this video with your friends and your family, if you think they'd like to hear a ghost story, or if you're from Maine, because I love it up there, definitely share it to them and have them let me know what they think too. I summer in Maine every summer, and I don't think I've ever been to Bucksport. I only go I go up to a lake up there, and it's probably about 45 to an hour into Maine, so I'm not going that deep. It's a beautiful place, and I love it there, and I didn't know about this ghost story, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, well, I might have to take a trip when I'm up there this coming summer just to see his grave and the foot on it. I think that'd be really cool, because I never knew that was a thing. Learn new things every day, right? But anyways, guys, yeah, make sure to leave a like and you subscribe, and yeah, if you want to share this, I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to hear about in the future for ghost stories. I would love recommendations. I have some ideas planned. Next week's video is going to be probably on the longer side. It took me forever to type up the document for next week, but I am quite excited about it. I think it's a really interesting ghost story, true crime, history. It's a little bit of everything, and it's from New England, and it's a place I'd also really like to visit, but I'm a little scared of. So stay tuned for next week's video. You could turn on those post notifications. It'll let you know when I post a video. Leave a like if you like the makeup because she'll never look this good again. I said it. Maybe next week. Actually, keep your hopes up because that video is gonna be crazy. How about we leave in the comments, you tell me what color makeup I should do next week, and I'll pick a comment and I'll go with it. You know? I think that's a fun idea. So let me know what color you want me to do next week for my video. I'll see you guys next Friday. I hope you have a wonderful day and it's full of happiness and good things and vibes. Good vibes. We'll say that. I hope your Friday is full of good vibes and happiness, and I will see you next week. Bye, ghosties. I look crazy. What are those crows doing?